You know, the Prime Minister of Qatar called this a betrayal, and that Qatar's entire defense relationships in the region now have to be rethought. There are 10,000 U.S. military personnel inside Qatar. If you were Qatar or any of these other Gulf states, how would you be seeing it from their perch?
Well, I would be profoundly upset if I was seeing it from their perch. There's no question about that. And of course, that's exactly what you're seeing. The Saudis, UAE, Qatar, they're profoundly upset about what has just happened. They fully understand that the Israelis can do anything they want, and the Israelis will back them at every turn. And this is not in their interests. The question is, what can they do in response? What kind of leverage do they have? The UAE has an Abraham Accord with Israel, and it could put an end immediately to that Abraham Accord. That would send a very clear message. And then those three countries and other countries in the region could get together and try to make it clear to the United States that this is unacceptable. But they just don't have a lot of leverage.
We hear the Qatari Prime Minister asking openly whether Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's concept of a new Middle East means a new Gulf, means a refashioned Gulf. The Gulf typically has been able to avoid a lot of the weather of the changes, but since October 7, 2023, Israel has attacked 7 nations in the region. And now this incursion, which has really gotten a really dramatic counterreaction from the Gulf, I think has raised fears about what security, the building blocks of security among these states are, and what Israel's intentions might be. I'd just be interested if you have any insights into that.
Well, I think that these Gulf states that we were talking about before, you know, Qatar, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia, don't have much to worry about. And I'll say more about that in a second. What you want to understand is that the Israelis are interested in creating a greater Israel. That's their first goal. And that means conquering territory and incorporating it into a greater Israel in places like Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and the Sinai.